interests scuba diving, target shooting, basketball, and knitting. She loves reading books by Richard Bach, and she's in a gown by Gali Grosbe. Now, let me tell you, you have, sorry, let me ask you, you have all these different interests. If you win this pageant, what are you going to do?
Well, if I win this pageant, I will have to prioritize my activities. Given to me by the Binibining Pilipinas. And I think I'll have to set aside all the others.
Including being an industrial engineer?
As much as I can, I'd like to continue my studies because my immediate goal, of course, is to finish school first. But then if I really have to...
Looks like you said the right thing.
Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, if I really have to set it aside, I will. But I'll do my best to continue studying.
Do you think being in the pageant has affected your grades?
No, I don't think so. Last year I was absent for a week. Last term I was absent for a week, and I still did pretty well.
Okay, well, congratulations. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 31, Michelle Buwan. You know, Michelle is a very bubbly and vivacious girl, and she loves going places and making friends. She's currently taking up mass comm at St. Joseph's College. She wants to be a flight stewardess and serve people. And she's in a gown by Jean Chua. Okay, Michelle, can you tell me a little bit about why did you take up mass comm?
Well, it's in line with my ambition to be a stewardess, and I'm a commercial model, so it really is in line with my ambition.
As a flight stewardess, do you think that there is a certain point at which mass communication, ends? I mean, isn't it more of isn't it an ambition that ends somewhere?
No, of course not, because when you're a flight stewardess, you got to know a lot of people, and then you'll develop your personality.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Michelle. Candidate number 16 is Rosemary Abad. Rosemary used to be a reservations clerk at the Sheraton prior to joining the competition. She claims to be a dynamic person. She loves telling stories. Okay, now, you're very interested in tourism. What do you think is the most important thing in the Philippines that people should see?
Okay. Well, our country has a lot of Philippine scenic spots. So if there is a tourist, we have to bring them to our scenic spots like the white beaches we have. And we also have lots of, in the provinces we have Mayang volcano and other lots of natural resources in the Philippines.
Well, thank you very much, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Okay. Candidate number 30, ladies and gentlemen, is Caroline Otaro. Caroline spent most of her childhood in Dubai, where her father works. She recently passed a civil aviation course, which enables her to work with an airline. She's a singer, a dancer, and a model, and she's a big fan of NBA star Michael Jordan. Why are you a fan of Michael Jordan?
Well, maybe because I like the way he plays. Actually, I have no favorite, though he's one of them. I just like playing basketball.
Okay, tell me, what do you feel you want to do? Are you going to become a stewardess, having passed this aviation course?
Well, actually, that was the real reason why I entered civil aviation. But since I was too young, they put me to sales in ticketing and reservation. So I'm at the moment working in the office.
If you win this pageant, will it change your plans?
No, not actually. I'm still young and I have a lot of opportunities in future.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Caroline. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 2, Hazel Huelves. Hazel is a third-year tourism student at UST, and she wants to go into corporate law. She's the daughter of a musician, and she also dreams of entering showbiz and has the makings of an action queen. She's into karate and cinematic stunts. Tell me, you trained with the SOS Daredevils, is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Why did you do that? This is a very strange thing for a pretty young girl to do.
Because I think I am stronger than any other ordinary woman. So I thought, why not use this strength properly? So I enrolled in a karate class and attended this Sons of Daredevils.
And what do you think, does that change your outlook on life to be a stunt woman?
No, it's still the same.
Well, great. Thank you very much, Hazel. Okay. Candidate number 18 is Marina Benipayo. Marina has taken up international studies at Marian College. She's an active member of the Professional Models Association of the Philippines, of which is the public relations officer. She believes in upgrading and totally professionalizing the modern modeling industry. She used to find her height a disadvantage. She's certainly taller than I am, in heels, and almost, until she became a much sought-after commercial model. Tell me, why did you find your height a disadvantage? Did you find that boys were scared of you because you were tall?
Actually, yes. During high school, we used to have these high school dances, and I attended only one, and that was the last one because no one even danced with me. And I thought that probably the reason is that I scared boys, so I never attended any. So when I grew up, as I grew up, I was thinking, I can't have any boyfriends and this and that.
That's a very sad thought.
No, but of course, I soon realized that it wasn't just, the height. I had to use my height as an asset more than a liability.
I think she said the right thing again. Go ahead.
And so I tried developing my personality first. I observed that more people who were, popular, they smile a lot and they're usually friendly. So I tried being friendly and I smiled a lot. So soon, I gained a lot of friends, and as the years go by, I developed my own personality, my own style, and then I became a model. And then I realized, wow, I'm not, just an ordinary girl. So
I think you definitely worked your height to an advantage. Congratulations, Marina. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the question and answer portion in the Binibining Pilipinas 1992. I'd like to call candidate number 4. Candidate number 4 is Geraldine Gonzalez. Geraldine Haynes from San Pablo City is into drumming, among other things. She's a graduating student majoring in tourism. She plans to set up her own travel agency one day. And she's a television buff. She likes watching WrestleMania and roots for Hulk Hogan. Candidate number 4 is Geraldine Gonzalez in A Gone by Rene Salud. Now, listen, I have a prepared question for you, but I'm not going to read it. I want to know something else, okay? Do you think wrestling on television is real or fixed?
I don't think so. Because what they're doing is exaggerated. I mean, those acts it's something ridiculous. It's exaggerated.
Great, so you don't think it's real, huh? Okay, in your future travel agency, if a first-time visitor asked you, what's so great about the Philippines, how would you respond?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat?
How would you answer if somebody asked you, what's so great about the Philippines?
Well, I'll simply say that there are a lot of good places in the Philippines, like, for instance, Villa Escudero, which is located in my hometown, San Pablo, Laguna. It's cheaper and yet very accessible, for it would only take you an hour and a half or 2 to reach your destination. Besides, so instead of going out of the country and spend a lot of money, I'll tell them why don't they try visiting some other places here, which is the proud of the Filipino, proud of San Pablenian in particular.
Great, thank you very much, Geraldine. Candidate number 28, Mary Grace de Castro. Hi, Grace. You represent the Filipino community in Canada. You're a biochemistry major at the University of Ottawa, where you've lived for the last 17 years. Now, you claim that your Tagalog remains very fluent, and you love dancing with the Filipiniana dance troupe in Canada. How were you able to keep your Tagalog alive through all those years in Canada?
Well, at home, my grandmother would always speak to me in Tagalog because when she speaks English, she has a difficult time. And when we were taking dance lessons, our choreographer, Pete Toribio, he would try and teach us the Filipino dances, and at the same time, we'd learn the Filipino language.
Do you feel that you're just as Filipina as the other contestants, or what?
I think so. I'm very much Filipina.
Despite the fact that you spent 17 years abroad?
Well, I don't have to be Filipino. I'm sorry. I don't have to live in Canada and be Filipino. I can be Filipino at the same time, even though I live in Canada.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Mary Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for candidate number 12, who is Joanne Alivio. Joanne is from Quezon Province, but has made her home in San Pedro, Laguna. She has a lot of fans here today. And she's friendly and sensitive to other people's feelings. She takes a keen interest in theater and believes that media should be used more to reach out to the masses. She idolizes her father so much and claims that not even Richard Gomez can compete with him. Do you hear that, Richard? Okay, thank you. Okay, look, I want to ask you a special question. If tonight, you were a judge instead of a contestant, who would you vote for? Who do you think deserves to be the next Binibining Pilipinas universe, for instance?
Not only would I choose somebody deserving for the Binibining Pilipinas Universe title, but I would base my judges, I would put my basis in inner beauty, not only physical, but also how he communicates with people, how he reaches out to the masses, and how she can adapt to different environments and different types of people.
Great. Thank you very much, Joanne. Candidate number 5, Cynthia Angelica De Jesus. Hi, Angel. You're taking up fine arts, major in advertising. You're the youngest in a brood of 6, and you have 8 dogs. You have more dogs than people in your family. Okay, all of these are female dogs, and you breed them for kennel championships. Among local visual artists, you admire figurative painter Angel Cacnio. Let me ask you first about your dogs before I ask you about Angel Cacnio. All right, now, what kind of dogs are they?
We have a Dalmatian, Dachshunds, and Great Dane, and that's that.
Do you think that they're very glamorous, or are they very smelly?
They're not smelly, they're glamorous, especially the Weimaraner.
Why do you admire Angel Cacnio, the figurative painter?
Well, I like his paintings, his brush styles, his sketches.
Do you hope to be a painter yourself one day?
Yes, I'd like to be a painter also.
You paint right now?
Yes, I am in UST.
What is your latest painting about?
Still life and figuratives like that.
Well, great. Thank you very much, Cynthia. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 27, Maria Fe Garlet. Maria Fe is from San Miguel, Manila. It's very near Malacanang, right? Okay. And you're into ballet and jazz dancing. She's a tourism graduate of UST. She recently helped out at the Russian Cultural Festival and found a lot of fulfillment in learning about a new country. She's also a photography buff and would love to capture nature on film. Okay, Marife, after your stint with the Russian Cultural Festival, what about Russian culture did you find most interesting?
Actually, that Russian Cultural Festival is a fashion show, food, and music festival.
At the Manila Hotel, was that the one?
Yes.
What did you like about it? What did you like about the Russian people?
They're very sweet, and even if they can't communicate in English, you could very well understand them because of what you call the body language.
Did you find the Russian men handsome?
Yeah, very handsome.
Okay, let me ask you, are Russian men more beautiful, Russian women more beautiful than Filipino women?
Not really. Filipinas can be very beautiful if they are dressed well and they can carry themselves well.
Great, thank you very much, my friend. Candidate number 6, Lourdelin Parma. Okay, you're a hotel and restaurant administration major from the Philippine Women's University, and you're from Legazpi City. You dream of becoming a top international model. Listen, modeling, is something that ends. After a certain age, you can't model anymore. What are you going to do after you model?
I can work at the office. First, I would finish my study first so that I can work. Maybe that's it.
If you got an offer to join a really good agency abroad, but it would mean giving up your studies, would you choose your studies or the agency? Bear in mind that it's something like an income of thousands of dollars a year, would you choose the agency or the studies?
The studies, because it's more like like future, yes, and for the future.
Great, thank you very much. Candidate number 20, Lizelle Eugenio. Lizelle, you're studying psychology at Adamson University. You're into singing and composing music, and you've done several music videos. Have you actually been in the videos, or have you directed the videos?
I have been in the videos.
What kind of videos were they?
It's a musical video. It's a sort of a MTV.
But I mean to say, are they rock music? Are they popular music? Are they classical music?
No, they are OPM, original Filipino music. And those music televisions or MTVs that I have done were shown abroad.
I see. So they're sort of popular, let's say, karaoke videos or something like that.
Yes, that's it.
Tell me, you've done several music videos. You believe that the pageant should be used as stepping stone to help the less fortunate. How are you going to use a title? Should you win a title tonight, how would you use it to help the less fortunate?
Well, being a title holder, you will be influential to other people. It will be a stepping stone for me in helping other people because you tend to be popular, and then by being that popular, you will somehow serve as a role model to them in helping others, especially those who are in need.
Thank you very much, Lizelle. Candidate number 9, Vifra Burgos. Vifra, you are the youngest of 14 children. Wow, 14. 9 of whom are girls. I wonder if they're all as good looking as this. That's scary. She grew up on a farm but has made her way to cosmopolitan Manila as a professional model for Louis Mamengo, formerly the country's bet to the Miss Wonderland International pageant. She did not take part in the international competition, but hopes her stint provided her with excellent training for Binibining Pilipinas. Can you tell me where your name comes from? Viftra is a very uncommon name.
Actually, Vistra is, my father combined the first letter of the name of my other sister. So VI is Victoria F. Felines, T is Teresa, R is Raimonda, A is Annalisa. They're all my sisters.
Oh, that's great. Let me ask you, if you had a choice, nobody has this choice, of course, but if you had a choice, would you be an only child instead of one of 14 so you could get more attention from your parents?
No. I love having a big family.
Okay, so let's say you get married tomorrow and the doctor tells you, look, I've studied your fertility cycle and you can have 14 children. Do you want to have all 14 or are you just going to have 2? Are you going to have 2 or 14?
If I have a choice, if I have the choice, then why not?
14?
Yeah. In fact, we're 14 in the family, why not?
Okay, great. Well, congratulations, Vifta. Very fertile individual. Candidate number 19, Marilyn Espino. Marilyn, you're from Angeles City. You're taller than me. And you're taking up accounting at Holy Angel University. You're statuesque at 5'11". I think you're 6 feet. Okay. And you're once the country's bet to the Supermodel of the World competition. You're a popular fixture on television commercials. And she's very simple and friendly. And she admires Mother Teresa for her lifetime dedication to charity work. You're very into charity. Let me ask you first, do you think that your being tall has been a disadvantage for you or an advantage for you?
Well, I'm lucky enough to have this height, and I'm thanking God. So for me, it's a big advantage. And iba nang matangkad, di ba?
Okay, let's say if Binibining Pilipinas Charities had 1 million pesos to spend on charity, and they said, Marilyn, what charity would you like to give this 1 million pesos to? What group of people? Is it children? Is it hungry people? Who would you help with this 1 million pesos?
First, of course, the victim of Mount Pinatubo, where I come from.
and also part of it to the poor people and victim of the Ormoc victim. Yes.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Marilyn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our judges are okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Take a final look at our candidates for Binibining Pilipinas 1992. And the SGV judges, or rather the judges, are given their decision to SGV. They're rapidly tabulating the decision, and we should have that within a few minutes. I'd like to mention that this is the first time that we have the 3 major beauty titles in the world to have all their candidates come from Binibining Pilipinas tonight. And that's, of course, Miss Universe, Miss International, and Miss World. Miss World is joining us for the first time in many, many years. And I'd like to congratulate all of the ladies. You performed magnificently in the question and answer portion. And you all answered very well and very impressed. And, you know, whoever wins or loses tonight, I think that you all realize that there's a great gain to having joined this contest. You know, last year, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw the contestants, you know, they were just as nervous as these girls now. They were just as
Right now, I'd like my father to be here tonight.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, you know, we have the decision. Here it is. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't get to ask all the other candidates this, but here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Binibining Pilipinas second runner-up. Candidate number 31, Michelle Buwan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first runner-up, Binibining Pilipinas 1992, is candidate number 2, Hazel Huelves. Okay, candidate, the Binibining Pilipinas Maha for 1992 is candidate number 18, Marina Pura Benipayo. Our Binibining Pilipinas Maha will compete in the Miss Maha beauty pageant later this year. Passing on her crown is 1991 Binibining Pilipinas Maha, Miss Salina Manala. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in random order, because all of these pageants, let me stress that all of these pageants are of equal importance. Binibining Pilipinas International is candidate number 12, Joanne Alivio. Passing on her crown passing on her crown is Maria Patricia Betita, last year's Miss World. Okay. Now, Binibining Pilipinas World. For 1992 is number 19, Marilena Espino. Crown Maryland is Miss Gloria Diaz. She's our first Binibining Pilipinas World. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and now Binibining Pilipinas Universe is number 1, Elizabeth Beroya. Crowning her is Maria Lourdes Gonzalez, Miss Pilipinas Universe for 1991. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Miss Alice Dixon, Ms. Margie Moran Florendo, Director Mitos Villarreal. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
Momentarily, we bring you words of enlightenment in the 700 Club International.